welcome back. Thank you for joining me for another adventure here in Tuliolo. So we are going to finally be starting off with the gathering class for the fishermen. So we are going to be speaking with Donuhanu with Fishmonger Blues. Donuhanu's shoulders are slumped. You're the fisher Ropely introduced. Perfect timing. I've got good news. You, my friend, have just inherited the deed and rights to Fish Fancies Donuhanu. Wow, jumping straight on into it. I jest, lass, I jest. It's just, my little shop here has seen better days, and I worry old Donuhanu run out of tricks to keep her afloat. Fish Fancies Donuhanu doesn't deal in your everyday mackerel and haddock, you see. No, we deal in danger, drama, dreams. Our fish are outstanding in their waters, fancy catches and all. Of course, not everyone shares our taste for the exquisite. The average rally wants something familiar on their dinner plates, so local fishers tend to throw their fanciest hauls right back into the ocean. Can you imagine dismissing a fish simply because it's not too many teeth or has eyes in concerning places? Needless to say, I catch up whatever odd catch the fishers can't untangle from their nets and sell it myself. With little result, I'm afraid. I spend my days floundering and not in the fun way. I've all but resigned myself to mongering for the masses, but I feel like meeting you here today is a sign to keep chasing my dreams. Assuming you're here to help me fish me out of my troubles, that is. Thank you, lass. Thank you. Donuhanu! Donuhanu! Might I borrow you for a moment? There's a man asking about a fish down at the pier. I like the sound of that. Seeing as you're officially my partner now, why don't you come along? The pier's just there. Okay, so I don't know anything else about this particular quest series, but I was warned that it was really weird. I'm not sure what they meant by really weird, but I'm kind of fascinated by the whole concept. Zerclad lad. This lad here is in search of an unusual sort of fish. I reckoned you be the one to ask. So you're Donuhanu of Fish Fancies Donuhanu? Please, I need your strongest fish straight away. Hold your seahorses, lad, and start from the beginning. A strong fish? 100 pardons. I didn't even introduce myself, did I? I am Pashanini of the Wachumeqimeqi. Oh, the Wachumeqimeqi! Ours is a small community in Jacques Chorel, so you may not have heard of us. We have long upheld a close relationship with nature, as it blesses us with the wild creatures who bequeath magics upon us. Wow. I was wondering about the Wachumeqimeqi. Yeah, Martin taught me all about the Wachumeqimeqi. Do you know him? Oh, you know Martin. Then you must have heard how mastering our magical arts I believe he fondly called it Blue Magic, is a rite of passage for all Wallaki. I have no doubt he also stressed the importance of mastering a wide array of techniques, drawn from all types of beasts. Unfortunately, despite my every effort, I have only been able to grasp one technique, the manipulation of tostery energies to form phantasmical fish. Oh no, the sardine one. This solitary link to Wachumeqimeqi was bequeathed to me by a seabird. Limited though my abilities may be, I am determined to hone them into a strength unrivaled by any, and thereby defeat any creature my rite of passage requires. The sardine. Like, really? Every enemy has a weakness, and there must be a fish that can exploit each one. It's simply a matter of finding the right fins for the job. Which is why, for my first trial, I seek a strong fish, one capable of felling a giant leathery toad. Well, that's about the most thrilling thing I've ever heard. You're a godsend, lad. A dream come true. Dream come true? He says he needs something strong, bold, brave. A fish that isn't tilapia. Come on, it's back to the fancies with us. Once I've thought up the right fish, I'm counting on you to go and catch it. What a glorious night. I can't wait to find us a mighty swimmer. So let me see if I've got this straight. This guy wants us to catch a really strong fish so that he could learn blue magic from it? Okay, that is certainly weird. But that was a nice touch. I wasn't expecting to hear about the Wallaki here. I mean, I've been waiting for it, but... Imagine all of the fishing docks in the ports in all the world. Pashnine walks into ours. I've heard the vague rumor about mages up north who pull energies out of critters, but I had no idea they used fish. Though it sounds like the lad's a bit of an eccentric, even among his own people. All the more reason to help him. We all fish after school together, after all. Now let's see. He needs a fish strong enough to defeat a giant toad. Skin's bound to be thick, so maybe if he uses a... No, too brittle. Give me just a moment. Okay, Fish Fancies Donuhanu. Oh, I don't like fishing. But of course, the answer's obvious, Claire. I can call you Claire, can't I? Pashnine doesn't need strong, he needs sharp. To wit, the King Puffer. Its blade-like spines are sure to deflate any toad like a defective dirigible. I don't pretend to know how Pashinine's magics work, but so long as the lad needs a fish, we'll deliver him a fish. In fact, let's deliver him several. You can never have too many fish. That's the Fish Fancies Donuhanu motto. So, on with you, lass. Buy yourself some crimson lugworms from Bayside Bevy and cast your line at High Tide Harbor. As soon as you've reined in some kings, hurry back. We can't keep our friend waiting. Okay, so we know how this works. So... Oh! Looks like we don't have to go far at all. So I'm pretty sure there is a stall here in Tuliolo that we can actually get the bait from. And we just have to go down to the harbor that we were at before and fish. That's very convenient for us. I think it's this one. Oh, yep, here we go. And let's see, how much do we need? We'll just start off with 99, make it simple. Okay, so we just head down to the docks. I hate fishing. I really, really do. I mean, I can see why people would like it, but I find it kind of boring. That's just me, though. So, I guess right here? Maybe over here? I mean, I don't think it really matters. But let's just try right here. Okay, everyone, so I figured out what the problem was. I was fishing for a little while, had not found anything, and then I realized I forgot to put the collection on, so... what can you do? So this should be a lot easier now, especially since we can now actually catch the king puffers that we need. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got one king puffer. Okay, so I'm back and I have all king puffers that I need. So let's go ahead and deliver them and see where the story goes. The waters of High Tide Harbor are teeming with king puffers, and they all love crimson lugworms. Flawless, the spines of true monarchy. Fascinants no doubt puff with pleasure. Wow! It's huge! See why the name. Behold the majesty of a king. Though don't let this winsome roundness fool you, king puffers are notorious net wreckers, a menace, dead or alive. Well, you can't really blame the thing. What an incredible specimen. I've never seen anything like it. Then, may I partake? Of course, lad. These are your fish to use however you like. You said you're pulling magics out of them, right? How's that done exactly? By eating every bit of it, spines and all. Ooh! You don't really want to go and do that, do you? Meaning no disrespect, but you best rethink that notion, lad. You try to eat that fish and it'll gut you from the inside. Yeah, in case you hadn't noticed the big spines. It's the only way I can acquire my magics. Rest assured, I've come prepared. As I mentioned previously, my only grasp of Wachumeqimeqi magics is upon the slippery and scaled. Where the rest of my brethren must master many techniques, I must master many fish. Master many fish, what? It sounds so stupid. The method is simple. I eat a fish in its entirety, and then I can call upon it at any time. Most Wallaki can only summon a single species, you see. The more I eat a particular fish, the stronger our spiritual affinity grows, so I am prepared to consume as much as necessary. Well, that's good of you, I guess. If you don't mind being turned into a human pincushion. To this end, I have spent many a moon studying the culinary arts, that I might prepare any and all fish for complete and pleasurable consumption. Any fish? Even fancy ones? I sell the occasional anchovy for my customers to munch on while they browse my better beauties, but if folks are only looking for a feast... then we must make them the fanciest feast they've ever seen. Pashinine, you've got to teach me how to cook. In exchange, me and Claire will find any fish you need for the rite of passage. You'll have more trials to overcome than one spongy old toad, eh? Indeed, I will. Thank you, Donuhanu. I couldn't ask for a happier arrangement. Likewise, my lad. You'll be needing a kitchen, won't you? Or did you have a place in mind? No place in particular, I admit. My only aim was finding a suitable fish. The rest I assumed would fall into place. Well, you're welcome to use old Donuhanu's kitchen and the resplendent courtyard. Nothing glamorous, but more glamorous than nothing. Your generosity is limitless. Then without further ado, allow me to prepare these wonderful puffers you have caught me. And there you have it, a king puffer soup garnished with deep-fried spines. Deep-fried spines? That was divine. You really ate those spines right up. You caught some wonderful specimens. Already I can feel their energies taking root within me. I must familiarize myself with new fish before I can use them in battle. If you'll excuse me, I will find some quiet corner in which to do so. Of course, of course. May your king serve you royally. Now I suppose we wait. Fancy a quick fish? Okay, this is definitely different. Steam level increased to friendly fish finder. Okay, so that's the first couple quests done. I guess I'll be back in just a moment with the next. Okay, we're back to the next quest at level 93, which is called Scaling Up Demand. Should be back at any moment, I'd wager. At least I hope so. I can't even remember the voice I used before. Apologies for the wait. I believe I've mastered my command over the King Puffer phantasms. Their spines were able to pierce a wooden mannequin with ease. They should go right through a giant toad. My rite of passage will demand much of me, however. I will need an arsenal of fish before attempting it. That sounds so weird. An arsenal of fish? Among my marks will be a gargantuan tortoise with a shell as hard as stone. Tell me, Donuhanu, do you know of a fish sturdy enough to combat such a foe? There's no fish sturdier than the Wachumeqimeqi. Their scales are as good as armor, if armor were as good as their scales. You can find them in waters Hanu. Then they can't resist a honeybee on a hook. Oh, that's helpful. Off you go now, Claire, to Kozumauka with you. Thank you, Claire. I appreciate your help. So we need to go and get some honeybees. Good thing for us is that I know where to get them. I'll just show you real quick before I head off to the fishing spot. And it's the merchant here. There you are. So, there we go. Honeybees. So we'll get 99. Get a full stack. Okay, so now we go to... Okay, so I'm going to just skip ahead a little bit and show you where we go for the fishing spot. Okay, so we are in Oakhanu, and we don't have to go far at all. I was actually thinking we would have to go to, like, the river to fish, but hey. Let's look about here. So I'm guessing it's in the rite. Okay. Okay, collector's glove. And equip the honeybee. So we should be good. I mean, I don't think there would be that many fish over here, right? Like, I'm thinking maybe salamanders or something, but what? Would there really be fish over here? I don't know. Alright, so let's pull. Nope. That's not what we need. I'm just gonna make sure that this is the right spot. So once we collect our first Pico, then we can just skip ahead. Okay, so I just want to make sure that this is the right spot. Like once we catch our first Picos, then we can go ahead and just skip ahead to going back to Tuliolo. Yep, here we go. That's the right one. Okay, so that's one down. We still need 5 more, so I will be back in a quick moment. Okay, so I'm back and I did just finish collecting the last of the Picos that we need. So we're just going to head straight back to Tuliolo and turn those in. Fish sturdy enough to shatter rock will doubtless be useful outside the hunt as well. Breaking stone, modeling clay, there are countless ways I might support my community with it. Yeah, this is just a weird questline so far. The Wachumeqimeqis we need should be swimming in waters Hanu. Cast in some honeybees and soon you'll be swimming in Wachumeqimeqis. Okay, let's turn them in. Firm, very firm indeed. If I didn't know better, I'd say you just handed me solid ore. Do we really want to place it on the ground like that? What do you think, Passionine? Claire outdid herself if you ask me. By neither beak nor talon, as we say in Okanu. Nothing cracks a Wachumeqimeqi without its say-so. Perfect. Dare say I shall need a chisel. Just look at all this plump meat. Enough for me to get the energies I need, and then much more. Would you both care for a bite? The soft parts. Here. As rich as any terrestrial game, wouldn't you say? What's more, the shell serves as a natural seal during frying, trapping its subtle flavors inside. Oh, so he's cooked it up like a lobster. You really know your cooking, Pashinine. I've never ventured far beyond a hot grill and sprinkle of salt myself, but having tasted your belko all but proves that for every fancy feast there's an equally fancy recipe. My, that smells delicious. Oh, hello? Your fish wouldn't happen to be for sale, would it? I came to market on another errand, but the aroma is simply to die for. My apologies, ma'am, but that fish is already spoken for. Nonsense, I have partaken all that I require, so you are welcome to the rest. As for the recipe, it's really quite simple. First, you shall need a small chisel. It's working, Claire. The people are pursuing our pretties. I never gave much thought to recipes, but now I see that they can sell a fish on all their own. And the more fish Pashinine masters, the more recipes we'll have to win new customers. Yeah, it sounds like you should open up a restaurant rather than just sell the fish. Let's both keep our skills sharp, eh, lass? There's no telling what Pashinine will need next. Firm Fish Finder. I love how they just come up with like the weirdest nicknames for us. Okay, so I am back to the next part of the quest, which is 95, Big Body, Big Beauty. Claire, I have good news! That customer who bought our spare Wachumeqimeqi has been telling all and sundry what a treat they are. Business for the fancies is, well, not booming per se, but much better than usual. See, that's a cheerful attitude. I'm glad my culinary techniques could be of any small help. Thanks to the two of you, my dream feels within my reach, and my training proceeds apace. Speaking of, what's next on your fish list? Surely you'll need more flippers to guarantee your goals. The next mark in my rite of passage is a gigantic crocodile of inordinate strength. Nothing short of a massive fish will stand a chance, I'd wager. Like that one. Oh, the poor thing inside the fish tank. I feel so bad for those fish because they're just stuck there floating. The Kwe Paraku, a discerning eye you got there, lad. Those beauties are the Savetti swimmers of Ukupacha, packing 10 tons of fish power for every ounce of flesh. Pelu fishers are known to throw their rod should they hook one, unless they thirst for a swim downstream. I'd offer you that fellow in the tank, but he's the face of Fish Fancies Donuhanu. Of all our offerings, Core Pyru Waku sells surprisingly well, likely due to its sheer volume, but Claire here will catch you another one, a bigger one. Oh, sure I will. Why not? The fisher who snagged that big boy from Carvahu the First said it went wild for honeybees. Someone with your arm should have no problems reeling in a few. Probably. You know how to swim, right? Just in case. Oh, well, thank you ever so much. Alright, so I think we got some left. Better go and get some more honeybees, but I will meet you in just a second. Okay, so I'm back here in Ukupacha, and it's quite a distance. So it's just like right outside the trial fight for Valley Garmonda, I think. Unless I'm thinking too much about it, I don't know. Anyway, so we are heading off to the sad little corner of Ukupacha. It is beautiful here. I will say that, if a little bit on the gray side. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about Dawn Trail. I mean, it's not terrible. It's definitely not my favorites. Though, to be fair, it did have to try and beat out, like, Shadowbringers and Endwalker, and that's definitely not something you're going to be able to do in just one day. Yeah, so... yeah, I'm not too happy about it. This just all feels so weird. Anyway, heading off to a nice, quiet little corner over here. There we go. That took a while. Okay, so I have a feeling it is going to take a while to catch the rest of them, so let's go ahead and just skip straight ahead. Okay, I'm back. I went ahead and caught all the fish I need. We're turning them in now. Hauling in a fish the size of your own body is a fisher's fantasy, isn't it? Pack your bee bag and go and pull us some Cure Parawuku from around Carvahul the First. Man, these names are just so bad. They are so hard to pronounce, at least for me they are. I'm not going to ask how you managed to drag this sheer mass of Coral Parawuku all the way back to Tuliolo. I'm not going to ask, but I would love to know. I love that. I should use that sometime. Yeah, good luck eating all of that one, buddy. Now this is the sort of Kuru Pawaruku you need, Pasha 9. Smooth, shiny, and enormous! Are you really planning to eat all of it? Yeah, I mean, that thing could probably keep you fed for a week. Of course, my development demands it. Only by partaking of a fish in its entirety might I come to understand its energies. This applies doubly so for fish of such prodigious body mass. Despite its size, however, I can tell its meat has mild flavor. A sauce of the aromatic herbs should pair well. I dare say the head will have plenty of fat to lend a savory taste. You can tell all that with just a look? Whew! Now that's loving thy fish. But old Donuhanu won't be outdone. I'll learn your recipes and pass it on to everyone who buys a Kuroparuku. Just wait till the Pelu get a taste of those aromatic herbs, eh? They might start keeping a firmer grip on their rods. I don't know, I mean, is it really worth it? It is my hope that by creating a delicious dish, I might pay respect to the life of which I partake. Preparing and eating this fish will take some time. If you need me, I shall be in your kitchen, Donuhanu. And once I have finished, I should be prepared for my rite. Why do I have a bad feeling that it's not gonna go that well? But anyway, good luck eating that thing, buddy. Like, if you can finish, like, a fish your size on nothing but an empty belly and willpower, then that's something else. Okay, so Donuhanu's devotion. Time's finally come, eh? Are you nervous about your trials? The prospect of testing my skills in battle is daunting, but so I must if I am to prove my worth as a Wallaki. Besides, I carry with me more than phantasms of the aquatic. Your wisdom and Claire's tenacity will also steer me true. Keeping with the Wallaki tradition, one of my brethren will witness my rite of passage. It is a hunt that will take me across the land, but my final stop will be in Ububu. I would be honored if you would come and meet me there, that you might see what I have accomplished. It's not going to be that easy either. The honor would be all ours, Passionine. Claire will go on ahead while I close up here. Good luck. Okay, so not far at all. So this is part 2 of the 95 quests, which means there's going to be 2 more quests after this one. Gee, like what are we going to do? Like, I have no idea how this is going to end. I mean, I'm sure he's going to earn his, pass his right and everything, but damn, this is just the weirdest quest. Alright, here we are. We must be early. Hunting is time-consuming work, even by traditional means. Might take a tad longer when you're fighting with fish. Why would you fight with fish? You made it. I hoped I didn't keep you waiting long. Ah! Gargantuan toad punctured by king puffers, a mighty tortoise shattered by Wachumeqimeqi, and a behemoth crocodile crushed by Cure Pararuku. My comrade bore witness to both my hunt and the passage of these noble beasts. They will be conveyed to our village, whereupon they shall receive proper burial rites. Proper burial rites? Like, aren't you going to eat them or something? So you're headed home then. Passed your rites of passage with flying colors, as we knew you would. No? Not yet. There is another beast I must defeat before I can be accepted as a true Wallaki. Greater and deadlier than the rest combined, a carnivorous tree with the body of a beast. A tree? I know I ought to have told you sooner, but I'm afraid I have no idea how to slay it. Surely even fish have their limits. I cannot say that with a straight face. Now listen here, Passionine. I don't know what your people expect of you, but I've seen how dedicated you are to your craft, and there's nothing the right fish can't do, so old Donuhanu will get you that fish. In fact, just the other day I heard from a Shabrali trader that something strange and dangerous is lurking in the cenotes of the Jatika heartlands. Leave this one to me, Claire. I was a bit of a fisher in my youth. I think I can handle one simple catch. There's no way this is gonna go well for you, buddy. But didn't you just say it was dangerous? But didn't you just say it was dangerous? I'm going after him. Passionine has always struggled with our people's odds, but few Wallaki rival him in persistence. There was a time he felt ashamed of his limitations, but the young man I saw today was confident in his abilities. I imagine we have you and the feathered fellow to thank for that. Speaking of which, you ought to follow him to Yaktel. There's no telling what sort of danger lurks in those cenotes, and I wouldn't put it past Passionine to attempt something noble but reckless. Okay, so he did say Shabrali, didn't he? So I'm guessing we go up here. And no, man. I should have checked before I left. Alright, so we are going to hunt down our friends before they get eaten. I guess that's how it works. It is beautiful down here. It really is. I really don't mind coming here to Mamuk. Okay, we found him! Claire, I was a fool. I thought I had it, but my line snapped and sent me reeling like some green fisher. But there was no mistaking what I saw. There's a shark in these cenotes. Must have drifted here from the salts by way of underground canals. Was already angry when I met it, and having my hook in its mouth can't be improving its mood. You've got to catch it, Claire, both to help Passionine and maintain public safety. Sure. I used honeybees to lure it from the depths, and it can't have gone far. Hurry, before it cracks the hip of another foolish fishmonger. This is stupid. I'm sorry. Is it over here? I'm guessing so. I mean, it couldn't have been that bad that it just knocked you over, right? No bait? What are you talking about? I have no bait. Oh, crap. I don't think I have any bait. Oh, did I use it all up last time? Damn it. Okay, so I'm going to go back and get some honeybees. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That was annoying. It was my fault. I did not think that we would need honeybees for this far into the quest line, but hey, what can you do? At least they're easy to remember. Now we only have to catch one, so it shouldn't be that bad. Mudfish. Jeez, that took a while. Okay, so a cenote shark. Oh! Well, that was easy enough. I wasn't expecting it to be that easy. Okay, let's go turn it in. You're back? Did you get that piece of carp? I knew at first tug that it wasn't an ordinary fish, but this defies imagination. If I had a cap, I'd doff it, Claire. You're a phenomenal fisher. A fish of this size and strength may be exactly what I need to defeat that carnivorous tree. What's luck? Finding one of these in open ocean would be a trying task, but now you've got everything you need to face your final challenge. Anyway, we can talk more back at the Fancies. A man needs to be surrounded by his favorite fish if he's to make a full recovery. Ooh. I mean, he was just knocked over. I mean, unless the thing dragged him down, like, under the water and they had, a huge wrestling match for him to escape, then sure, I could understand, but the thing just dragged him, just knocked him over, didn't he say? People here are just so dramatic. Okay. Home at last. But at least now FFXIV is ready. Your speed and strength of one of the ocean's deadliest predators will serve you well. Only you best make a meal of it soon. Nothing's quite so stinky as a slain shark. Before I do, I must know something. Like a shop dealing in rare and unusual fish should even exist feels miraculous to me, like an answer to all my prayers. Yet you have far exceeded the demands of a fishmonger to assist me, even to the point of personal injury. Why? Well, it's a bit embarrassing to put into words, lad. But like I told Claire earlier, these fish, these big, small, strange, ugly, fancy fish are my passion. I'll never tire of seeing what sort of bizarre creatures are swimming around out there. But where I see beauty, some folks see danger. What I consider fascinating, others consider a nuisance. When something like a cenote shark floats into populated area, more likely than not it gets exterminated on principle. Unusual catches get discarded as worthless all the time. Their worth is dismissed simply because they're different, and that ruffles my feathers. It's our responsibility as fish lovers to honor our catches, each and every one. Only, it takes much more than simply loving a fish to convince others of its value. It takes a deep understanding of everything that fish has to offer. And that's I learned from you, FFXIV. You're the reason Fish Fancies Donuhanu might one day become the shop that gives our fish a place in markets everywhere. So don't you worry yourself about old Donuhanu, lad. Keep your eyes on getting through that rite of passage, like the proud Wachumeqimeqi you're destined to be. Now go on and eat up. That beastie tree isn't going to topple itself. Thank you. I won't let you down. FFXIV's due to return. I'll let you know. Thanks, Claire. Okay, so that is 95 down. There's 2 more to go. Alright, so I guess I'll be right back in just a sec. Alright, so we're on to the next quest at level 98, Catching Bread. Any moment now, and Passionine should be back with news. Yeah, I got a feeling it's not gonna be a good thing. I have a bad feeling about this. There he is. Ahoy, Passionine, the fearless fish fighter. Pray, do not call me fearless, Donuhanu. I fled from that vile carnivorous tree, and come now in disgrace. My brethren reassured me that I may undertake the trial again, but I cannot for the life of me imagine what fish might fell the dread beast, and cast aside the cenote shark as though it were a mere marrow. Minnow. There, lad. We'll find you another fish. Never you fear. In the meantime, let's get something in your belly, eh? Nothing lifts the spirits like a fancy feast. Say, Claire, do you have a permit to travel into Jacques Tourelle? Excellent! There's a fascinating fish in Chalone that's said to refresh and rejuvenate. Nothing better to perk up our pal Passionine, I'd say. Do you mean the raging Hanu head? The very same. You're familiar with old Madhead, then? Madhead. Great name. I've never seen one in person, but I've heard they resemble Hanu, and that they migrate from the waters into the sky upon maturity. Oh, it's been a while since we went sky fishing. An indomitable fish, a fish of substance. We need 6 of them, Claire. Cross the bridge to Chalone and cast your line into eastbound Zorgor. And don't forget dragonflies for your bait. Oh, I was kind of expecting it to be honeybees again, but okay, sure. We're counting on you. Alright, so we can go straight on ahead and get more dragonflies, but I think we can go ahead and just teleport. So, let's see here. Where was it? Yeah, right here. Alright, so I'm just going to skip a little bit ahead once I get the dragonflies. Okay, funny thing. Turns out that you can't get the dragonflies there. You kind of have to buy them from the market board, which was really annoying. So, I mean, what can you do? Anyway, we are here in Chalone, and we don't have to go very far. It's just past the bridge, like he said. Right. Kind of forgot to use that. Okay, so we're here at the very edge. And here, there we go. So I don't think we'll need more dragonflies. If we do, then we'll have to go back and buy some from the market board. But let's go ahead and catch one. Just to make sure we're in the right location. Which, I mean, I know we are. It's just kind of force of habit. Fish gets away. Okay. That's not a good thing. I love when the little minions just sit on your shoulder. It's so cute. An Azure glider. Looks like a squid. You know, that's kind of a terrifying thought if you think about it. You know, fish in the sky. I mean, I know that they can't really survive just anywhere, but just the concept would be terrifying. Like, can you imagine you're just taking a walk, you're minding your own business, and suddenly, like, a shark falls out of the sky on top of your head? That would be terrifying. Okay. This is kind of annoying. It really is. I mean, it's just time-consuming fishing here, especially since for some reason they keep getting away. Okay, let's hope it this time. No, of course not. This is going to be annoying. Really, really annoying. Let's just skip ahead a little bit. There we go. Okay, a raging Hanu head. It looks like a goldfish. Or I guess a koi fish, one or the other. Okay, so let's go ahead and just skip ahead to after we collect them all. Okay, we're back in Tuliolo. Wasn't so bad once we got into the swing of things. But let's go ahead and turn these in. What could be better than having a fish twin? Toss a dragonfly or two into eastbound Zorgor and reel us in some raging Hanu heads, Claire. Oh, so this is the famous raging Hanu head, eh? Handsome, handsome. Yeah, it doesn't really look like a Hanu. It's pretty big, though. Remarkably rotund. Yes, a fine resemblance indeed. I first heard about the raging Hanu head from a traveling Pelu merchant. In virtue of our close ties to nature, we Wallaki are always keen to hear of new and unusual creatures, you see. Apparently, their eggs are laid in freshwater lakes, but once hatchlings reach maturity, they leap into the clouds by way of waterspouts created by hell snow sharks. Okay, that's weird. At first I thought it odd that a Jacturali fish was named for a Yoctoral peoples. But perhaps a traveler like that merchant found its shape reminiscent of a people who left an unforgettable impression, and so fondly named the creature. Be it of Jactural or Yoctoral, that's a fish that'll soothe your spirits and strengthen your resolve. I'll leave the cooking to you, Parshanine. Though don't mind me studying your technique as you do. If there's a trick to making heavenly catches even heavenlier, our customers need to know. Let's have ourselves a raging feast, eh? Dubiously cannibalistic though it may be. Would you care for a serving of raging Hanu head, Claire? I mean, I won't say no. I'm intrigued. Why not? Understood. I'll get straight to work. Here we are, raging Hanu head soup. Delicious! Disturbingly delicious! The meat had a fluffier texture than I imagined, a result of its aerial habitat, perhaps? Without a doubt, happy is the man who sups on fresh catches, even if they do look slightly like him. Thanks for fetching us this treat, Claire. Now that Pashinine's got color in his cheeks, we can see about fishing for his final challenge. Old Donuhanu's just got to give it a good think, and he'll be sure to come up with something. I mean, I'll hold you to that. Yay! Phenomenal Fish Finder. I can't wait what the last nickname's gonna be. Okay, so we're gonna call it there, but I will be back at level 100. Hello everyone, we are back for the finale for the Fisher questline here in Tuliolo. It's certainly been an interesting journey, I'll say that. Okay, an Odd Fish Odyssey. Claire, you surprised me. I'm feeling much improved in both body and spirit, thanks to you both. I'm glad to hear it, lad. Ready to take on your trial again? Then we need to find you a fish among fish, with fins that can cut that carnivorous tree to timber. When my cenote shark failed to evoke so much as a flinch, I tried unleashing every fish at my disposal. I think I only irritated it. We might need a fresh perspective then. Claire, what do you think of this conundrum? Brute force isn't gonna work. I can do it, he just has to believe. I don't think the power of friendship's gonna help us here. Yeah, brute force isn't gonna work. That's a fair point, lass. We've been choosing based on might, but there are plenty of ways for a fish to finish first. For instance, in Usala, heritage found, was it? They say lightning energies are thick in the air. Any fish that thrives in such a habitat should be brimming with power, the power to paralyze even the sturdiest beast. Are you up for the journey, Claire? Why not? Of course you are. You're an ally to all things aquatic. Now, I don't know that area half as well as a local, so once you arrive up north, ask around. We're looking for big, bad, and shocking. Then I will continue training in the meantime. When I face that monster again, it will know the true fury of my pescatory phantoms. This is the weirdest series of quests I've had to do yet. I cannot say that clearly enough. Okay, so we have to head to Heritage Found. Okay, so we'll go to the outskirts. Okay, just looking around. Sorry, but I work in agriculture. I wouldn't know the first thing about fish, electric or otherwise. Did you try the submerged skyline? Where there's water, I'd wager there's fish. Okay, you weren't very helpful. lightning aspected fish. Well, you've come to the right place. I can't remember where exactly, but I once saw a dorsal fin that was crackling with energy. Got shivers just looking at it. Okay. At least we have a description of such. Here, right? Oh yeah. Not many come in search of our fulmous sturgeons. Fewer still leave with one. Find yourself a popper and drop your line in the submerged skyline. The fulmous sturgeon developed an ability to store electrical energies within its body, so take care when handling it. If you're lucky enough to hook one, that is. It took me a minute to really grasp what he was saying. Okay, so a foam sturgeon is what he called it. Where is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't see it. So it's like literally at the very bottom of the list. Okay, I'm just teleporting. Alright, so we need to get a popper lure. Okay, I was assuming that we were just going to be needing dragonflies or something again, but it's okay. I'm just going to stop by the market board and pick one right up. Alright, so we are here at the submerged skyline. It looks so cool over here, provided I don't get eaten. Alright, so I really don't come down here that often. There's really no point, but yeah, look, you can see the remains of old Alexandria down there. So this looks like it was once part of, yeah, the city proper, and that looks like maybe the outer wall? Something along those lines. I think it looks pretty cool. Anyway, so let's see if we can catch one of these beasties. Oh, that was easy. Alright, so let's go ahead and just go straight back to Tuliolo. Now, of course it's raining, but oddly strangely appropriate. Alright, here we go. We're almost done. Finally, we'll almost be done with these quests. I'm so tired of these quests. I'm sorry I can't offer you more guidance this time, lass. But I trust your judgments. Whatever fish you find and catch will be exactly what Pashinine needs. I'll make sure that my kitchen is ready and waiting for him. Can't wait to see this thing. Not as big, but still kind of cool looking. I especially like how its whiskers are kind of stuck to the sides and defying the laws of gravity. Now this is an electrifying catch, Claire. A bolt from the blue. They call it a fulva sturgeon, do they? And it adapted to the hardships of its environment by skill and dedication. This is a fish to remember, lass. Finspirational! This shall warrant more caution than usual in the kitchen. I've never partaken of a fish so steeped in lightning energies. Hopefully it's not going to affect you. Already keen on devouring this odd fish whole? They say you are what you eat, Passionine, but nobody shows it better than you. From you, Donuhanu, that is flattery of the highest order. I will gratefully partake of your fish and attempt my trial once more. I hope you will honor me with your presence on the day. This time, I will succeed. There's not a place I'd rather be, lad. You know, it's kind of funny. I just noticed that there are actually customers in the background. Oh, wow. We're just jumping straight into it. Okay. Oh! That's what he was talking about. I was thinking it was a weird trend. I'm not the man I was. I have all I need to prevail. Great beasts of the wilds, by your might may my worth be proven. Denizens of the blue, attend! Full force. Fulva sturgeon! Great beasts of the wilds, I pay homage to your sacrifice. By your might has my worth been tested, and by the fates may it be measured true. Rites will be bestowed upon your body, and by your strength shall I protect our natural world. Remarkable, lad. Well done. Donuhanu, Claire, this is all thanks to you. I came to you as a frantic novice, begging for a fish with which to prove myself, and now here I stand, a worthy member of my tribe, confident in my command of sharks and sturgeons alike. How can I ever repay you? What am I reading here? I'm pondering the same, Passionine. How can I ever repay you for the recipes, for teaching our customers the flavors of fancy fish? Thanks to you, our piscatori pals have a place in the markets. Fishers are bringing me all sorts of catches now, finding value where they didn't think to look before. Soon, Fish Fancies Donuhanu won't just be that queer little stall in Wachumeqimeqi. We'll be the preeminent dealer of unusual aquatic specimens from across the continent, a place where even the oddest fish are welcome. Yeah, I'm not sure that's a really good thing here. So you hold your head high, lad, and take your place as a full-fledged Wallaki. You'll always have friends waiting for you in Tuliolo. Okay, well, I guess that's it. Fish Fancies Donuhanu. She lives last. She pulls a humble profit, and Pashinine's gone and achieved his dreams. You stood by us every step of the way, Claire. We both have been lost without you. I hope you enjoyed your time at the Fancies. Well, it was different. New appreciation for fancy. That's what I like to hear. There are so many different and fascinating swimmers out there. Just a castaway. Your skill will continue to reel in the big ones, I've little doubt, and Passionine and I will be broadening our repertoire of the unordinary. So I hope you'll come by from time to time and brag about your latest catches. We odd fish have to stick together after all, and that means you too, Claire, like it or not. Are you saying I'm odd? I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that, but still. Quest complete! Yay! Okay, we are Fanciest Fish Friends. Okay, I love that name. Forever Fancy. Wow, fancy title there. Anyway, that's it for now, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed it, and be seeing you again soon.